Howdy, howdy. Welcome back, my friends. Hope everybody's doing all right. Enjoying the day, smiling and laughing every chance you get. Sometimes you gotta lie to yourself and be like, oh, it's gonna get better. It's great. You know, you just gotta, you know. Y'all look at this. That's like a brand new truck. That's like, I mean, it looks like, I think that's a, yeah, that's a Copart sticker on it. That's a brand new truck. Or slightly used. Seems like everything that's in my price range is always like 25 years old, 20 years old. A lot of folks will tell you those are the best ones. So they got some cars lined up for us this morning. It's about a 45-minute ride for us to get back to the shop. So that left them time yesterday to keep working without us here. Seemed like it's moving at a pretty good pace this morning. I should just have a steady flow of cars. Let me see if I can roll this giant freaking forklift back a little bit. Y'all want to know something? I am like off with those little forklifts, those little warehouse forklifts. I'm horrible. I ain't too good on this loader either, but I'm still trying. But dang, the forks are. It's like I'm gonna have to straddle a Ford just to reach it. Hopefully it'll just roll back. Hopefully I don't tear nothing up either. But it needs to go back a couple of 2 feet. That's a lot better. Poke this rear door in. I should have changed the rack is what I should have done. That frame is going to go in the middle or something. This is going to go on the top. Oh, I missed it. Did y'all see that? Told y'all I wasn't good on this big one either. Sometimes you gotta have a little finesse, and then sometimes you just gotta be a brute. Bipolar, if you want to call it. We toss this in here, and so maybe I'm gonna start working on using the remote with him. I keep trying to run into compadre in the mornings to do some translating. Maybe tomorrow morning. See if we can start working in that remote. If the crusher decides to have a mind of its own, you got to run over there to the machine real quick, flip the switch off, or sometimes one of the hand controls will get stuck in one side, will stay, and I mean it just, it looks like something's about to break. You just got to be aware of a couple things. Well, folks, it looks like we're either going to do a walk around video at lunch or we're going to do a live at lunch. I drove off, left my fishing rod in my personal truck. And it's like I remembered it like a block and a half away from the shop, and I could have put it in reverse and went back and got it. But could you imagine the boss saw us drive off, and then all of a sudden I come back to get my fishing rod? I mean, that just ain't a good look for you. You know, have you had to run back and get your coat, or you know, you had to run back and get a tool that you might have forgot to take with you, or get your lunch out of your truck, but you run back to get your fishing rod? Not a good look. Oh, I've had so many bosses in my life, like for real. So I joined the Army when I was really young. I'd had a couple like, hang on, let me move this rag. Looks like I was about to set that bumper right on our air hose reel. Hey, what's the name of manguera? So I joined the military, and when I got out, well, that was what I knew. I hadn't had a whole lot of experience of different jobs and different types of employment, different careers, if you want to say, or industries. And a buddy of mine was like, "Hey man, the day you get out of the military, back in Arkansas, where I grew up," he said, "Man, you got a job, I promise, man." So I got out and I went to work at a warehouse, a grocery distribution warehouse. And I started out in the print shop. I don't know, y'all remember those little country? It was a co-op. Instead of like being like one owner or one giant franchises, all these little mom and pop grocery stores that they service, your Piggly Wigglies, your IGA, just your little mom and pop grocery stores. Excuse me, it dust out here. And they would have these big signs, paper signs, that would say like russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.99, or pork tenderloin, $1.80. You know, I made these big signs, print shop, silk screener. And I got out of the military, and that print shop was up in the corporate office of the, part of it. It was in the front office, all the corporate people of the warehouse center. And they wanted everyone up there to look professional, because you had to go through the front door, you had to pass through these offices just to get in and out of the building. And I wasn't going to shave. I'd been in the Army all them time, and you have to shave every day in the Army. You got to get a haircut every 12, 13. You go 2 weeks without a haircut, you're pushing it. Somebody's going to be like, hey man, what's going on here? You some kind of freaking hippie? And your hair's still really short. But it's like, well, hey man, you need to tighten up. So you're getting a haircut all the time. So I was like, screw it. I ain't shaving. I ain't cutting my hair. I'm tired of people telling me what to do with my face. And I said, no, I guess I was gonna quit. Like, I really put my foot down. It was like $7 and a nickel. Like, come on, like, what? I gotta shave and be what you call presentable to go work in this room with this stinky freaking paint, blah blah blah, and bust my butt. And for $7 and a nickel? Come on now. That ain't proper motivation. actually, I put my foot down and I was like, look guys, I know this sounds really freaking petty. And in the long run, I might be shooting myself in the foot. I said, but I'll just go find another job. Like, I know it sounds, you know, I explained to him, 8 years. Okay, yeah, you have rights as a soldier in the Army, but you don't got no rights. I mean, you get told what to do, you get told where to be, you get told, you know. But I was like, I'm sorry. I'm putting my foot down on this one. And they're like, don't quit. We'll find you somewhere out in the warehouse. And they're like, you'll probably get a raise out there too. And I know that. So a couple of 3 days this went on, and they're like, okay, out in the warehouse, they found a spot for you. They put me in the dairy section, and it wasn't like the extreme cold, like the frozen section of the place, but you still wore like sometimes I'd wear like a pair of sweatpants under my pants, and like two hoodies, some gloves. And I stayed there for a little while, and then I came to visit in Dallas, and I was looking in the paper and seen another forklift job down here for twice the freaking money, $15.95. And this was back in, god dang, 01, 02, something like that. And shoot, I interviewed, I called the boss Monday morning and was like, hey, can I stay just a little bit longer? You know, I'm down here with my mom and my brother. And he's like, you're going to a job interview, aren't you? And I go, no. He goes, man, you're Dallas. You're going to a job interview, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, man, I am. His name was Horace Grant. I'll remember him forever. He said, man, I knew it. He goes, I knew it. You're going to find a job down there. He's like, well, you always got a job here, man. I promise you. You always have a job here. And so I got down here in the warehouse, and then I'm telling you, folks, I can't work inside. I can't, and it took me a while to figure it out. I've had some nice, good-paying jobs in like warehouses, in a production plant, office jobs. I had a shipping clerk where, I mean, all I did was walk the dock and make sure the trailer numbers were right and tell people what to put inside those trucks. And I mean, for real, like I spent more time at the desk updating the system inventory than I did like out there on the floor. And that stuff ain't for me. It ain't. I bounced around from all kinds of jobs. I did some slab concrete plumbing work. I've done fences, worked on a Greyhound farm, water drilling rigs, warehouses. Oh, and also I got a problem with working in like offices and warehouses, because they always say rule number 1, don't get your honey where you get your money. And I got a bad problem with that. If there's anybody in there, they better escape. Oh, folks, I sliced my hand. I don't know if you can see it. It wasn't a bad, right there, right in the palm of my hand. It wasn't deep. It was just where it's located. It's healing, but it's still freaking tender. I don't know why. Probably because where it's at. I mean, right in the palm of my hand. So yeah, I've had all kinds of bosses, and they've heard all kinds of stuff out of me. I can't tell you how many times I've been working 25 years at this place, and I ain't never heard anybody say something like that. That's the story of my life. Oh, I'm excited. Sunday we'll hit the road. There's a place in that's near there, or it's in Arkansas, North Arkansas, where I'm going, and they have it's called Blanchard Springs Caverns, and you can tour. Well, when I was a kid, we got to tour the cave that's there, and I think I saw on Facebook that it's closed. The tour is closed due to the COVID, the stupid COVID. Oh, you can't dodge this no more, can you? Oh, you thought you were a ram? I'm the ram. I'm the Billy, go. As a kid, my dad had this. We had it all at one time. We had chickens, rabbits, goats, pigs, cows, horses. We had it all. And my dad had this billy goat, and he'd always try to raise up and like ram me or headbutt me and I had this baseball bat. That I would keep right at the gate, and as I'd walk in there and start walking around, I'd have that bat in my hand, and that billy goat would just come at me. And I know I'm probably gonna get a bunch of or not a bunch, but somebody's gonna give me the animal rights thing. But I would take that baseball bat and I would just smack him right across the bottom of them horns. And he would back up sometimes every now and then. He'd kind of drop to his knees a little bit, blow snot, snort, and he would come right back at me. And we would do this over and over and over. I hated that goddamn billy goat. And stank. It's like, man, Dad, let's just eat him. And as a kid, I was like, let's just eat him and, get another one. Oh, you can't eat them things, man. When they're that old and that ornery, they taste bad. I was like, well, let's just sell him at the livestock barn at the sale. I hated that cow. My dad had a couple roosters too that always jump up on me, and I was like, Dad, I'm gonna kill your chicken. Oh, you ain't gonna kill my chicken, Dad. I'm gonna kill that rooster out there. And sure enough, the bird finally jumped on my dad. I didn't know what happened. I was in the house. I see my dad come in, grab a shotgun, and head out the door. And I'm like, oh, God, what's about to happen? he blew that rooster away. That bird finally got brave enough and jumped on my dad. My dad wasn't going to have that at his place. No, sir. You will mind. You can count on that. You will mind. I remember one time I had this boss. Now look, usually it's me saying the goofy stuff or something just off the wall, but I remember I called this boss one time. I just wasn't feeling good. I got like heat stroke up in this place, or heat exhaustion. I ain't gonna go as far as heat stroke. Heat exhaustion. Got home cramping, puking on the way home. I knew I was in bad shape. I just got really freaking hot, and I called the boss and said, look, man, I puked all last night. I can't keep water in me. I'm probably gonna go to the emergency room or get them put a couple IV bags in me. I said, man, I just don't feel good. And he said, well, wouldn't you feel just as bad here as you would there? I said, what? No, man. I feel better in my bed than I do in that freaking corrugated factory. It's a cardboard place. But see, all the workstations, they had fans on them. Them boys could get in them fans and cool down. Well, I'm taking this hot steaming cardboard and shoving it in these 18-wheelers. And y'all know here in Texas it gets hot. I mean, you're talking about working inside and changing t-shirts 3 times. I mean, just being soaked to the bone. And I dropped that Honda right there. Some trash come out of that Dodge truck, and I dropped it there. And boy, he's serious about that trash. I'm telling you, folks, I will not discourage it. Well, this Ford SUV don't look like it made the great escape. It sure didn't escape the crusher. I got a problem, folks. I joined a club on Facebook that's like Chevy heavy, die-hard Heartbeat of America fans. And I go in there and I drop comments every now and then, and I'm scared to death they're gonna find out that I drive a Ford. My work truck's a Chevy. That ought to count for something. I prefer a Chevy, but the price was really right on that Ford. We better knock the wheels off first. Hey, la llantas primero. Por favor. Gotta be nice every chance you get. Don't be really surprised how far a please will go. But the problem is with the world the way it is right now, it's like you can't. It's like you're in a all new situation, all new environment, meeting folks or whatever, going through your doings and goings in the world, and it's like if a situation occurs or something that don't feel right, ain't right, whatever, something got said, blah, blah, blah. You gotta go strong. You gotta go hard first. Because then you try to that nice guy stuff, and then you try to turn it up. Sometimes that's a pretty tough road to hold. But then you got that, well, you'll catch a whole lot more flies with honey than you will with vinegar. I can call dispatch, tell them I got a load. There's all kinds of stuff out here. Maybe we should do a walk around. Now he's got the wheels knocked off. Well, I tell you something, we don't use like your regular old hose lines. Those are like actual hydraulic lines, and they're not cheap. That's that high pressure stuff. But they last so much longer out here. Them regular old rubber hoses, airline hoses, they don't make it. They don't make it. There are things that you can still invest in that you get your money's worth. Some things you get kind of ripped off on. Gasoline. I tell you what, look here. I'm coming out of my long sleeve shirt right now. It's that hot. I can't believe he's still down there wearing that. But so tomorrow there's a 70% chance of snow. God bless Texas. Hang on, man, my overall strap fell down behind me. We'll get it up there. Hang on, man, I'll give her the old drop. Hang on, dude. Hang on. Looky there. That Equinox is super clean. Hopefully, I'll go grab a couple more cars, get loaded up. While that's draining, maybe we can run down there and take a quick look. The interior of that thing is nice. I mean, it's still an Equinox. They're all. I mean, I just don't know anybody that's took the time or put in the effort to put a new motor in one. It seems like once some things go, well, you know, they're down there working. Oh, he says I can get through. Okay, cool. Well, see now they're down here working. Anybody in the car? I'll carry two across there. Stay out of each other's way for a minute. I can always go around the backside if I move that Equinox. Come on, now sit up here nice and pretty for me. Probably if I give it a little slam. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out here. I've been eating like big lunches, and them big lunches sometimes are like $16, $15, $16, $17, and then especially if you throw a tip down like you're supposed to, next thing you know, you're already spent $21, $22 for lunch. It's better to skip lunch, in my opinion, and go home and eat a big dinner. I mean, if you're on the budget. Unless you're a baller, eat all you want. He's got it draining now. I got cars here. Let's take a look at this thing. We got a second. Not a crack in the dash. Look, there ain't even dust on the instrument cluster. I mean, it's got your soda top stuff, but I don't see ain't no tears in none of the seats. It's freaking nice. Oh, these must be air fresheners. Is that what they are? Or what did I just touch? God, what did I just touch? Oh, it's broke. Nothing. Man, I got a buddy that's like, man, I'll give you $2 for every one of them you get. All them manuals or whatever. Oh. I'll pick up a penny. Winner. Oh, there's the air freshener. If that's the air freshener, then what did I just touch? Oh, God. It even smells nice. Look, still got the key. Boy, that'd be awesome if that thing fired up, wouldn't it? We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. But yeah, I've never seen anybody, hey, let me get a motor for an Equinox. Never heard it in my life. Looks like there's one little hickey on these seats. Clean. What a shame. Well, we got stuff draining, and I'm about out of time. I've taken too much of y'all's time, and I thank you for it. I'll be careful and be kind. I'll probably stick around for lunch. I'll flip a coin, either do a live or just make a walk around. Thank ya.